every video for mature skin should start with eye gels. All right, friends, hello. This is gonna be a chatty, get ready with me. Big surprise. I've had a workout, I've had celery juice, I've had 2 cups of coffee. I'm feeling great. So I decided, since I've been in the process of working myself out of a funk that's gone on a week, that I should start the day with some eye gels. These are the Wander Beauty Baggage Claim Gold Eye Masks that retail for $7, $8, I believe, on Amazon is where I got them. You should apply them onto clean, dry under eyes, which I did. Repeat on the other side, leave on for 10 to 15 minutes and discard after use. I did leave them on for much longer. They came sandwiched between these 2 plastic pieces and they feel almost like fiber. Friends, they've done nothing magical to this under eye area. They are not a hydrogel, so I don't know how they can really do much for my under eye personally. Okay, now let's pick a mask to put on. I was kind of feeling like a sheet mask, but I don't really want to film this video looking like a crazy. I was thinking about this one. I've tried this one before in the past. I don't love it, but I got it on sale. But actually, as I was looking through everything, I think we're gonna go with this Mizon Black Bean Mask. It's a K-beauty mask. All right. I've already got a little layer of this mask on. I've been having kind of a difficult time getting this video going, only because I couldn't find my camera battery, and it took me like 30 minutes to find it. And a lot of the time I had allotted to make this video has now been wasted looking for my camera battery. Like, we live in a really small place, 750 square feet for 5 people. Like, you would think living in a small place that we would never have a problem finding something, right? No, that's not the case. Okay, while all this settles, I wanted to tell you about what I have in my skincare collection right now. Get ready for the day, as well as rant a little bit about the funk that I've been in lately. The funk started with this huge hospital outbreak that we have here on Maui. We have 104 cases, 42 of those cases as of right now. They've tested a lot more. We just don't have the results yet. 42 of those 104 people are hospital staff or patients that were interacting with the staff. So anxieties here right now are really high. We have patients that go to the hospital for outpatient procedures. They don't want to go. They want to try to have their things done at home, so there's been a lot of extra work trying to figure that out. I have been doing patient reminder phone calls for telemedicine visits, and people are, you can tell people are so disconnected from each other that when I get on the phone with them, they just unburden to me what they've been going through and the experience everyone is having, and how this hospital situation is impacting our community and everybody's trust. And it has been, wow. It has been a lot to process. And then there's these feelings in my mind about these inconsistencies I'm seeing related to this whole COVID-19 situation. And, you know, one of the things I really wish would happen right now, because we are about 3 weeks in to when the governor put us all in stay-at-home lockdown. And, you know, we are hoping we've reached our peak. We don't know that we have. But I just can't help but feel like here in Hawaii, we should be doing antibody testing. And I say that, and some people kind of laugh at me. They say, oh, the way that New York is suffering, like, You guys aren't suffering because you live outside, you know, all these other factors. And New York gets more tourists than you do. And I'm just like, you know, here's the thing though. We get a lot of tourists that travel through Asia. At any given time here in Hawaii, during our peak season, we can have 30,000 visitors per day. That's a lot of exposure from flight crews, from people that are going in and out of the islands, going other places. What some people don't know is that when they did lock down travel from China in February, Hawaii was still a place that passengers could come into to have more screening done. So we have had a lot of exposure here. Couple that with the fact that we don't have public transportation in Hawaii. So there's that going for us. Couple with the fact that the virus doesn't love hot, humid climates. So we've done well here. So I don't know. I mean, there's this hope that we've reached our peak, but it's just like at the same time, the governor yesterday, and this is what put me just in another layer of funk, is the governor yesterday decides to say that we can no longer use the beach for exercise. We can't walk on the beach. We can't run on the beach. If you're going to go hiking with someone, you need to be 20 feet apart. And I'm just like, I feel like there's so many inconsistencies right now that we're hearing. And it's so frustrating. So let me go rinse this off and I'll be right back. Recommend that anyone purchase that mask. I mean, it feels nice, but it essentially feels like you put a thick layer of lotion on your face, you let it sit for 15 minutes, and then you rinsed it off. Like, your skin's bound to feel nice after that. So for my next steps in my routine, the only two products I have right now are the Ranavat Jasmine Hydrating Tonique and the Lahau Refreshing Face Mask. I love this. I wish I could use it every day. I can't because it's too astringent for me. Heaven. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry a little bit and continue back on my rant. Now, if our cases had been going up extremely high, if we'd been seeing outbreaks, you know, that were kind of unusual, then I can understand the governor cutting off the beach to exercise. But we're not, and especially here in Maui, like, it just feels like really inconsistent. And that's what I just feel like angry about lately. It's just like all the inconsistencies I feel like I keep seeing. Okay, next step in my routines, I have for like hydrating serums. I still have the Blue Alchemy. I'm finishing this up. I only use it at night, every other night. I still have the Propolis Brightening Treatment. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this today because it feels so lovely. And I'm sorry the lighting in here isn't ideal. Then I have this Mukti Hyaluronic Marine Serum. I might be passing this duo on to a friend of mine because I don't love this, but I feel like people who are not as obsessed with essences and, you know, textures would enjoy that much more than I do. But I get really like irritated by the soaping aspect of that. Then for oils, I still have this Free and True Freedom Fighter, the Sun Ripened Berries. I haven't really been playing with that. I'm gonna move over here so the lighting's a little bit better. I have the Ranavat Radiant Rani. I am loving the Kansa wand with this. It feels like a goddess ceremony. One of the things that I've been playing with when I use this is to start by sort of massaging the knots that I have in this area with the wooden side. And then I found that when I go in with this, I have a lot less graying. I also found that the amount of pressure that you put also brings out the graying. So when I am like trying to massage these knots out up here in my brow, and I'm like pressing in there, like almost giving myself like this really deep tissue facial massage, I have found that I have a lot more graying. But when I'm just trying to stimulate blood flow, I find that I have a lot less graying. But I am loving this. I purchased this with my money. I feel like it was an amazing gift to myself, and every time I use it, I'm happy I own it. Now, I was using the Mukti Marigold Hydrating Cream, and I really love it. So it's gonna go, it still has a place in here, if you will. But I'm gonna go back right now to using these two. I've been back on my Weleda kick. I took a break, but I've been using the Skin Food Rich at night, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put some of the light on right now. I just did last week the Ilia comprehensive review, and I still am really enjoying this product. However, my skin is missing doing more steps to maintain hydration. So that's why I'm back right now to the Sun Integrity Impeccable Skin. I've been back on this the last 3 days, and I just personally feel like when I run out of the Ilia, I'm gonna stick with my Sun Integrity. I just really feel like this product does everything I could ever want a facial sunscreen to do. So I'm just gonna be sticking with this for now. Now, I know I should go back to my rant, but I don't really want to. I want to talk about acid exfoliation. Okay. So I had been using rinse off, and I had been trying to make my own rinse off balm cleanser. And then I was using, what was I using? I don't know, I ran out of whatever I had been trying to make, and I didn't want to remake it because I wasn't really loving it. So I went back to just oil cleansing and removing it with a washcloth, and then using a second cleanse. And I don't know. And so when I did that, I stopped using acid exfoliation. And my skin has felt good. You know, I kind of had always thought that oil cleansing like that, because I had to remove it with the washcloth, had been really rough on my skin. But I found that I'm actually enjoying that process again. Because as much as I just have a really hard time finding a cleanser that emulsifies with water that's not drying. So I think I'm gonna go back to square one with my trials of making an oil cleanser to an ingredient that I know is not drying, and I'm gonna go back to the basics. Because I've been working on this for like a year. I've tried all these different methods, and still I will make myself a 30 ml container. I will use it up. I will evaluate. I'm taking all these detailed notes in my mind of all these little tweaks, and still I'm just not there yet. So I've gone back to straight oil cleansing, and that in my mind has taken me back to square one. So we'll see. Do you have a favorite oil cleanser? And if so, what is it? For cleansers, I'm still working on the Ranavat Ceremony Cleanser. I'm still using the Dr. Hauska. I'm still using the Pa'akai Cleanser. Okay, so prior to trying the Ranavat, the Pa'akai Cleanser was kind of my HG as far as cream cleansers go in Green Beauty. But I've gotta say, I kind of am really loving this guy. It's really taken a place in my heart. So that's where I've been at. I have some Beauty Counter Eye Renewal Cream from my friend Amy of Amy Loves Organics. If you don't follow her, go follow her. and I've been really enjoying having an eye cream. It's very rich and lush, and I'm really enjoying the texture. Okay, the other thing that I've really been enjoying that I haven't really talked about is this Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. You know, people have kind of raved about it, and I'm like, how could it ever, you know, take the place in my heart of the Honest Company mascara? But it's really effortless to put on. It's effortless to remove. It's a little bit easier than the Honest Company to remove. And I feel like it gives me great definition, and it's like just this perfect everyday mascara. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna stop there. It's just a Sunday morning here for us. I'm not a fancy gal. Okay, so that's it for this video. Tell me, if you would, how you're doing. And then also, do you have a favorite cleansing product? Please tell me. Because when I go to have my skincare line, the first thing I'm gonna release are cleansers. I already know that. I've known that for 1.5 years. And it's taken me a long time to figure out just exactly what I want it to be like, and what I want it to feel like, and what I want it to smell like. And so yeah. Any tips that you always wanted somebody to know about emulsifying cleansers or oil cleansers, please leave them in the comments below and help your friend Marie make the best oil cleanser that ever was. Anyway, don't take any of my ranting too seriously about COVID-19. I just feel like there's so many inconsistencies that I feel like nobody really knows what's going on. And so for us to get stricter regulations here on Maui, when the numbers aren't really demonstrating that, it's concerning in my mind. It's concerning in my mind that we have 29,000 people on the island of Maui that are unemployed right now. It's the state of our economy is keeping me up at night, because I think about all the people that have lost their jobs, and I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, and I don't feel like anybody else does either. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week, and thanks for joining me. Bye.